George is pretending that the bouncy ball is the moon.
I was playing with that ball. Oh!
Edmund's space toy has landed on Peppa's head.
Up until that point, there was no realistic color map of the globe. It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
This looks fun. Are you going to the moon?
It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy. It's not real. Pretend, isn't it?
That's right, Peppa. It's just pretend.
The Earth is flat.
These medieval ideas out of your head.
Is the Earth flat?
You mean the Earth isn't flat?
It's true. Earth, round like ball. White man live all sides.
Years ago, everybody knew the Earth.
Can't see.
The world is actually round, like an orange.
Oh, that the world's supposed to be round, but I'm not so sure about this part.
Waka waka!
For your information, it was rich in symbolism.
It was rich and boring me to death.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're...
Yes, the cosmic remote. With this, the Earth can be changed into any shape. This way, no one's right. Only me.
So you just kind of got to figure out slowly, it sort of comes to you that you have to make these shapes in your mind, I suppose, that fit.
Mr. Hawk, pursued course.
Tear him down. What are you so afraid of? What have you got to lose? He wasn't selling anything. He didn't want anything from anybody. He wanted nothing from nobody. Nothing. Nothing. And you people have to tear him down so you can sleep better tonight? So you can prove that the world is flat and sleep better tonight? Am I right? Sleep better tonight.
It won't rain anymore. And if it doesn't rain, that means that this is all the water I'll be able to collect in this pitcher. Wow, look how beautiful that water is. You know, beauty like that isn't something to keep to yourself. Hey, Oscar! Hey, take a look at this! Oscar, I got something to show you! Oscar!
What?
Oh, I want you to look at all this beautiful water I collected in this pitcher.
Hey, Telly, I'm a grouch.
So?
So? I don't like things that are beautiful. I don't like being bothered for no reason at all.
But it's not for no reason. It's so you could look at this water.
Why should I like to look at the water?
Still water is always level.
Without water, we couldn't wash up and the flowers couldn't grow.
I don't care about stuff like that.
No?
No, there's no reason for a grouch to care about water.
Still water is always level.
It's actually possible that the world is flat.
Still water is always level. 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 Still water is always level.
It's actually possible that the world is flat.
Still water is always level. Still water is always level. Still water is always level.
That's the
Still
most
water
ridiculous
is
thing
always
I've ever
level.
heard.
And if there wasn't
Still water
you wouldn't
is
have
always
mud.
level.
And you love mud.
Still water
It's actually possible that the world is flat.
is always level. Still water is always level.
It's actually possible that the world is flat.
Still water is always level.
Nixay Hixay. Now these are,
Call me a flat earther. Stuff was. If I told you, call me a flat earther. Stuff was. Call me a flat earther. Stuff was. That all this global warming stuff was a bunch of crap. What would you tell me?
I'd tell you you were mistaken.
No. You'd call me a flat earther.
Well, I think, the duration it's going to take to get there is somewhere, probably around the 6-month, flight, and then depends on orbital mechanics and how much
propulsion you want to use and the technology. But, from that perspective, I think it's pretty similar. Also, the life support system we have up here is, something that we're going to need to go to Mars, and I think we do a good job in demonstrating that we have that capability. So, with the exception of what you do when you get on the surface and entering into Martian atmosphere and the return from the surface, I think there are a lot of similarities. We haven't get all the training that we need in order to do the repairs that we have on station, and to really have the mindset to be able to be in an enclosed space for a long duration of time with other crew members, to be prepared for that. That will definitely be something that's a part of the MR. See the Earth in, all its beauty at, different times of day. It's sometimes it's during the day, sometimes it's night. I don't think something that people really appreciate is that when you're going to Mars, you're in sunlight all the time. Every time you look out the window, it's not like you're going to see stars. You're going to see nothing because the sun is going to be so bright on your whole trip there. So, after a few days and you can no longer see Earth, it's going to feel like you're really out in the middle of nowhere. Is the ability to leave. So even though this is an amazing place and it's a privilege to get to fly in space, you never get to go outside. You're not leaving, and that's something that the folks going to Mars. It's a long trip. It's really kind of set in your mind already. And so
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
Bill Nye, the science guy, once said that I am one giant fuckhead. Me and Neil deGrasse, straight shield for cash, and we are the evil that people want dead. You're just a product of the environment, but everything is fake. This entire shit, I don't know what to say, but I'm not buying it. I've been here every day and I've been trying it. Everything that we're taught is a scam, and all along it was part of the plan. Telling us they're gonna go to Mars with a man? That's why I call them out as hard as I can. We ain't been to the moon and we ain't going soon, and everybody at NASA is a soulless goon. Man, this is fact, this is so damn true. Everybody watch out, Orion's floating through. Growing up, I didn't have a clue. I used to think the earth was a ball just like you. Who knew? Everything that we learned in school is nothing but bullshit. None of it's true. Ha! And these people call it education. Just a clever way to say indoctrination. You don't seem to understand the plot we're facing. It's all about common sense and observation. But not for the mainstream, it isn't the case. They say you're spinning on a rock in the middle of space, but now's not the time, nor is it the place. I'm really sick of getting lied to, so get out my face. If you feel the way I feel, then come with me, get up. Flat earthers all across the plane, ripping it up. Truth seekers all up in this bitch, getting it crunk. And if you think we plan on stopping, then you're shit out of luck. That's why ODD is always on the grind, and I'm never ever scared to speak what's on my mind. Cause this day and age, everybody is afraid. It's an illness, realness is hard to find. They lie all the time, and we don't need that. It's one big hoax, and I'm starting to see that. Space was a place that I wanted to be at. I used to believe that. Oh, they got it tapped. Keep my eyes wide open, gotta watch my back. Never sleep again, I'm an insomniac. Just trying to survive, otherwise suffer defeat. So I'm hustling in the street just to get something to eat. Full of evil scum and overrun with deceit. So I gotta look over my shoulder constantly. Plus they try to control my mind subconsciously. What's happening now on this challenging road that we're traveling down? We have to get rowdy, we have to get loud and keep spreading the truth and just pass it around. You work like a slave and you live in a loop. They're turning your sky into chemical soup.
Let's go with flat earth truth for 200, Alex.
A carpenter uses it to measure a horizontal plane.
Level.
Level is right.
Super bloom in LA. Here's a post.
It says, he thinks the flowers look prettier on me than in the earth. Hashtag super bloom, hashtag as happy as day one, hashtag flat earth.
Yeah. Well, you've probably seen the memes for it. Things like Globies believe that people in Australia are hanging upside down from the ceiling, or cruise ships on the equator are sat sideways and don't magically fall off. Because they think, well, people in Australia on a globe should fall off into oblivion. Except, here's a demonstration for any flat earthers watching, because here is a ball, right? Just a plain blue plastic ball. Look at a picture of the Earth and work out which way is which, and saw Earth for the first time. What they perceived as being top or bottom of the Earth would depend on what way they were spun when they arrived.
So it's not actually a sphere. It's
well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
If a person is smart, people are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
New flat world platform is this: iron rule of the flat world. Whatever can be done will be done, because so many people now have so much communication done. If YouTube can be done, what a great flat world story.
Gentlemen, Bullwinkle.
Studio was a pioneering concept that
You say the earth is flat. I mean, you threw our whole career away and then just fade to black. You just gonna disappear and not address the elephant? Man, get back to the elements. This new shit irrelevant. I mean, you ain't even gotta ask. You already know. I came across some information and I wanted to show. I went to Twitter with a picture. Then Complex wrote an article to try to embarrass us. If I knew this shit was gonna blow up and rough with these feathers, I would've kept it to myself. Gave Eric Dubé the credit. Astronauts was talking shit like they was trying to pull up. I took a step and looked around. Bro, we could've played it off like it was all just a joke. When Stephen Colbert invited us, should've went there and spoke. CBS saw all the traction, tried to give us a show. But no, you turned all of that down cause you was trying to be woke. First of all, don't call me woke. I seen the shit they was plotting. They put Neil Tyson on TV to make a mockery of it. Yo, these shows be owned by Viacom and they friends. Why would I walk into the Lions Den, sit and pretend like they ain't threatened by my mind? Cause I ain't gonna comply. And Lil Duval tried to tarnish my image. Could've just gave me a call. The whole music industry was rooting for on tour. The venues wouldn't let me perform. I mean, you could've quit while you were ahead. You ain't have to make Flatline. And a part 2, you're just asking for a bad time. You probably shouldn't have said all that shit about the Holocaust. Well, okay. And now the label is conspiracy theorist, anti-Semitic. Well, they're protesting shows, colleges canceling shows, radio stations boycotting, and they just pulled all my songs. I ain't mean to offend my fans. I was just asking questions. So many people in my ear under all types of pressure. Even Bill Nye, Tucker Carlson said you don't even sign it. You gon' smack me, built like Joe Byron.
Those who see it thought of as insane.
Yo, they had NASA at my shows, passing out flyers, CNN sent undercover spies
It was
just to
taken almost
inquire.
50 years ago during the Apollo 17 mission. Yet, it is the only picture of the whole rally that was snapped by a human being.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and
I think we'd all agree that photographs can be really powerful.
Okay to think that the Earth is flat.
Flat. I don't think it's spinning for.
Pushing a button and turning a dial.
It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. But it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. Images over and over again. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. Realistic. It looks kind of flat.
Either they're wrong, or they're out of office, or the world is flat after all.
Flat.
You know.
It's just natural. It's not a great disaster. People keep talking about it as if it's the end of the earth. It's talking about it as if it's the end of the earth. It's
remember, flat, clear all confusion now. People don't know what to do.
You going to Amy's wedding?
There you go. Got to get the curvature of the earth in that commercial for figs. Wear figs. Eat figs. Whatever. Alright, they got the ball earth in another commercial. This time a FanDuel commercial.
The smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
The odds of the universe forming, your parents meeting.
There it was. Quick, as usual.
The smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
The odds of the universe forming.
What does this have to do with fantasy or gambling?
Your parents meeting, birth.
Fantasy football, I understand it has to do with actual fantasy.
Is basically zero. So what is life? A chance. And every moment, a bet. Like hearing your alarm. Betting if the milk is still milk. Betting on the durability of grocery bags. And betting when politics will come up at dinner. Yes, we all bet on the game of life, but
betting ball?
For you $150 in free bets when you bet just 5. So when it comes to the NFL, bet on America's #1 sports book, FanDuel. And
stupid as fuck. Alright, here we go, some ads.
Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars, about space, right?
Our new episode streaming Wednesdays.
Oh, look at that.
With performances by Jonas Brothers, Metallica, SZA, Usher, Thames, and Mariah Carey.
TV shows, or like this, in commercials, because you have never been high enough up to see that with your own eyes. You have never been in a plane. You've never sent a balloon up. You've never been in a rocket. You've never even sent a camera up to that height to see that, to see the top of a ball. But you blindly defend it. Yep, you blindly defend it because you're programmed. You're programmed with these images over and over. It's the only time you've seen them. All right, let's see what we got here.
Progress is a race that has no end. After every finish line, another challenge awaits. How can we continue to push innovation in a sport at the forefront of technology?
Oh, so it's a car commercial or something, right? So obviously this should have nothing to do with, you know, the shape of the earth.
Discover how Aramco and the Aston Martin Formula One team aim
But yet, then again, right there it is. They got to sneak it in all fast.
to meet Formula One's sustainable fuel target.
Look at that.
Discover how Aramco and the Aston Martin Formula One team aim to meet Formula One's sustainable fuel targets. Aramco, powered by how?
Powered by how? So let's take the O and how and make it a spinning ball Earth graphic that flashes real quick.
Aston Martin Formula One team aim to meet Formula One's sustainable fuel targets. Aramco, powered.
It's everywhere. It's part of your brainwashing. Next. All right, computer commercial, right? Hardware, software. Dum 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 dum. Again, super quick. Gotta flash it in there quick, because, you know, it's part of your programming. It's part of your conditioning. It's hitting you subconsciously. So when someone argues in the comments section of a Facebook post, the Earth's flat, you come back with, no, it's not. Because you even though you've never seen it, you've been programmed with these images over and over in these commercials, and that's why you believe the Earth is a spinning ball, even though you've never been high enough up to see it with your own eyes. Oh yeah, the satellite, the stars. Oh, the galaxy. Dum 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 dum.
The technology inside, the technology that moves the world. In town.
Yep. Next. Can't forget Saturn chilling behind the little girl next to a pyramid. You know, that's also in the commercial. Yeah. Even as you watch SportsCenter Live,
while also asking the court for a more lenient sentence.
They're going to hit you with the graphic.
U.S. officials have said that they believe Russia will eventually send the WNBA star home in a prisoner swap, but have not made much progress since an offer the U.S. made back in June. TJ Quinn has more in our SC report.
Oh, look, it's spinning. Yeah, it's spinning.
Law allowed.
Like, yeah, that one doesn't look realistic at all.
Offer the U.S. made back in June. TJ
But it's still a part of your programming.
Quinn has more.
Just showing you these images on repeat over and over in commercials, you know, TV shows, movies from all angles, nonstop,
in our
your entire life. This is why you blindly defend it to a stranger.
Russian law.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? It looks like Bikini Bottom.
Alright, check out this commercial I'm watching on television programming. Oh, that's crazy. Satellite on the ground. This is a directed energy weapon again? Oh no. Oh yeah. Right into another satellite. Into the beautiful spinning ball Earth. Satellites. The ball Earth. Where's it going? Into your head. Programming you. This is why you guys think you live on a spinning ball. Because they constantly show it to you in commercials, television, movies, whatever. Don't believe me. None of you have ever been high enough up to see it with your own eyes. You listen to all these people tell you, you know. You believe all these people you don't even know and what they tell you. You've never even thought about it, though. For real. Just think about it. You've never seen it. The only time you've seen it is on television. Television programming. Yeah, they're directing that energy. Satellites don't exist. None of you have never seen a satellite. You can search satellites on Google. And, yeah. I don't even know what I can say on here anymore. Because YouTube's going to... But the Earth is not a spinning ball. I don't know if it's flat. Could be. Could be an infinite plane. We could all be in the Matrix, simulation, who knows?
Perfect circle.
Of reckoning. Rob children of their parents. Who isn't rocket science? A moment of reckoning. Who isn't rocket science? If there is such a thing. Who isn't rocket science? My friends, the earth really is round. How round is it? Well,
Know me?
Or awareness that exists outside of our physical brain. People like me and the spiritual people
today than we were a few months ago. Flat earthers, meet Delta. The Delta variant besieging our nation is faster, stronger, and more contagious.
But they also changed the way a whole generation of musicians write and perform.
Neil, for people who say we've seen pictures of the moon before,
we are redoubling our efforts to turn space into our backyard.
Forget all that you think you know about 9/11. Turn your attention to building number 7. For those in high places, they will lie on every hand. They don't lie. They don't lie. What's in their maker's plan? It's our true enemy, brothers and sisters. Maybe closer than we think. don't be believing man has landed on God's moon just because they show you some CGI cartoon. Those in high places, they will lie on every hand, 'cause they don't lie. No, they don't lie. What's in their maker's plan? What's in their maker's plan? Our true enemy, brothers and sisters, may be closer than we think. And folks in Australia will keep losing their hats. Were it not for the fact God made this earth flat, and those in high places, they will lie on every hand. They don't like what's in their maker's plan. And our true enemy maybe closer than we think. All the folks in Australia would tomorrow wake up dead, for surely by now the blood would have run up to their heads. High places keep lying on every hand. They don't lie, no, they don't lie. It's in their maker's plan. Our true enemy, brothers and sisters, may be closer than we think. Much closer than we think.
Allied Products to the Tri-Counties proudly present...
And there's a gentle wind wafting down from the north at about 1,000 miles an hour.
Johnny says to Herb, she used to be a man.
One more stop on our orange couch.
Always that got me goat.
Wow.
We're going to be thought of as the 50s rock and rollers.
Love to have you back on.
AM. I told you the truth wouldn't help. That means it's wake up time. So you just got time to jump out of your jammies and pour yourself a nice, hot, steaming cup of chemicals.
In the USSR, people remain poorly dressed and rather hard-headed.
Oh, darn it, let's just be frank. I want to ask each and every one of you for a personal favor. Now, as you know, I belong to the local Kiwanis Club.
Chemicals.
After the apples are unsafe to eat.
Chemicals, a natural part of life. Friend here is rather reptilian.
What?
Yeah, but if you put him on the air, you are definitely a snake.
Did you tell people to dump their garbage on the city hall steps?
Well, I better get on the air. Who knows? Somebody might be listening.
That could be.
Photographer, the world is so generous in its beauty, and you do your best to take pictures of it. It's just flat and gorgeous to see.
What did you think of the movie?
Professional photographer, the world is so generous in its beauty, and you do your best to take pictures of it. It's just flat and gorgeous to see.
What did you think of the movie?
If somebody says the sky is orange in conversation, or if somebody says the world is flat, true. So there's no point in engaging in conversation, because all you're doing is giving that person credibility for something that we've known for thousands of years to not be truth. So I don't even worry about it. The world is full of fascinating, in interesting new discoveries, and we're pushing the very boundaries of what we know, in conversation. Or if somebody says the world is flat, ignorant. I don't mind people that just don't know. Then they're just in the process of learning. So I don't bother. If you wrestle with a pig, the best you can be is a pig wrestler. So I want to do better than that. So just because somebody says something, no matter how big their megaphone is, doesn't mean that they deserve conversation. Just use your own brain. That's why we each have one. And choose who you're going to disregard.
We'll be right back. Whoa! For over 30 years, he's been 30 years. I almost have to look down at the page, and it's been 3 decades.
3 decades.
Of what we know.
When you're looking at it, going stretching in front of you, it's forever, isn't it? Obviously, it's very flat, on that level.
And I haven't been here for 3 years. So.
We'll find you a place.
So the 3 of us went over there.
Of what we know.
I'm the third generation of that.
Sorry for the first time in the 3rd grade?
If we use the theory of more gravity, but there were very specific problems, this flattens out any kind of intelligence. I must tell you, it was flat.
We interrupt the Wednesday afternoon showing of Doughboys in Action with a special news bulletin.
Doggone interruptions. I'm looking out. Hey. Interruptions.
The war will be back in just a minute, Arbuckle.
The United States has scored a beat on the Russians.
In case you didn't know, we have a lot of junk floating around Earth.
The International Space Station is a national orbiting laboratory.
The red dots are satellites, the blue dots are rocket bodies, and the gray dots are miscellaneous space debris.
About Earth and about space, about where we came from and about where we're going. We're learning more questions to ask. Known knowns, we know what we know what we don't know, and then there's a whole bunch of things that we don't know what we don't know.
It's estimated that there's over 500,000 pieces of space junk floating near Earth. Almost every piece of debris is traveling at speeds of over 17,000 miles per hour.
That way we could sort of work on a flat plane.
The debris is usually created from a rocket launch or satellites crashing into each other.
demonstrate a strange behavior of honey.
Astronauts that live in the International Space Station frequently need to take maneuvers to avoid crashing into space debris.
Thinking that the Earth might be flat. That is.
So I don't really know what's going on right now with the Earth is flat.
Thinking that the Earth might be flat. That is.
This Earth is flat thing. That's a hard thing for me to even start talking about because there are so many proofs that this Earth is flat thing. That the Earth
be flat.
I'm sorry about all that, for all the science teachers, everybody coming up to me like, I gotta reteach my whole curriculum. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize.
By bizarre subjects, chemtrails.
This Earth is flat thing.
Like, I think most people think it's flat.
Flat thing. This Earth is flat thing.
And the single greatest achievement anyone has ever invented in the world ever.
This Earth is flat thing.
Things you had to go through. Yeah. Movies usually are about endurance. Prayer. Drinking that carrot juice.
It's unbelievable.
This is the beginning. This is a very important process. This directive calls.
This Earth is flat thing. This Earth is flat thing.
On a YouTube thing. And somebody was talking about how they think it's actually possible that the world is flat. What are they trying to figure out? And maybe there's something positive about them that can change me for the better. And if I were in conversation with that person, I hope I would say,
this Earth is flat thing.
Yeah. Love truth, hate lies, show proof, open your eyes, no spoof, let me advise, dome roof, look at the skies, no goof, let me define. The flat earth is the truth, no surprise, realise because there ain't no curvature. Check the map, do the math, here's a graph, see the gap, it's a hack, if you laugh then you lack facts, it's flat and that's because there ain't no curvature. It's a ship out of sight, on the edge, get a grip of your vid, take a clip, zoom in tight, bring it back, it's alright, and that's because there ain't no curvature. Coriolis effect is a bogus defect. If the earth was a jet then we get wet, upset, and that's because there ain't no curvature. Take the moon and the stars, it's a farce if the stars track the moon, how bizarre, but they do too. Mars, and that's because there ain't no curvature. Here's a pic, earth strip, they admit, composite, it's a fake, take the mic, all the hate, take it back. And that's because there ain't no curvature. Satellites don't exist, I persist, it's a myth with a twist, get it right, I insist. And that's because there ain't no curvature. See the map, it's a flat UN flag, it's a tag, it's a gag to recap, ball, clap, trap, crap. And that's because there ain't no curvature. They begin with the spin, it's a sin, better in the loony bin. Drink your gin and chin chin, go spin. And that's because there ain't no curvature. No orbit, ball earth is the misfit, bit by bit, must admit, science guys are nitwit pricks. And that's because there ain't no curvature. The high tide, if the moon pulls the tides but the lakes don't get high, then the sciences lie. Why? That's because there ain't no curvature. Parallax was the guy, took an axe to the lie. See the facts on the right, it impacts. And that's because there ain't no curvature. Sun is close, goes around, no one knows, not a sound. Diagnose, tell the town and expose. And that's because there ain't no curvature. Weather balloon, high altitude, normal lens, ain't no bends, improve, get new friends, ditch the voodoo. And that's because there ain't no curvature. Rail tracks on the flat, no curve, you got nerve, wolf packs, give flack, then backtrack. you're sacked, and that's because there ain't no curvature. Common sense is the key, and hence I agree. It's pretense PhD for a fee, you liars. And that's because there ain't no curvature. To conclude, it's a wrap. I allude to the ball trap. We're screwed, get your facts, watch a YouTube. And that's because there ain't no curvature. Yeah, love truth, hate lies, show proof. Open your eyes, no spoof, let me advise. Don't roof, look at the skies, no goof, let me define. The flat earth is the truth, no surprise. Because there ain't no curvature. Because there ain't no curvature.
Let's take off. Yes, get it? Take off. I think the three-dimensional blackboard will help us. Here is the shape of an airplane wing. See how the top surface is curved and the bottom surface flat? That's what gives the plane lift and gets it into the air.
You mean because one's flat and the other is curved?
Precisely, my boy.
What do you believe about America? Is it true? Are you helping to divide us more? Are you helping to bring us together? Do you really understand what this country is all about?
Don't do it again. Yes, what's true?
I know this is going to make some of you angry. That's okay. I know that it's going to open some doors for some of you. I hope that it'll bring us all a little bit closer together.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome to the show.
Oh man, you can't get enough of the taco flying through the space on fire. I just can't get enough of it, man. What do we ever do without this?
Yeah, check 1, 2.
There are just some things in this world you don't want to watch and you don't think you ever have to. I have to review.
Because American people don't want to change, and about a deficit of trillions of dollars, most people's eyes glass over. They can't relate to that. Mistresses, we all perk up.
What about you personally? Let me ask you, let's be very specific here. What are your feelings on the U.S. electoral system? What do you think of the way it works and functions?
Well, I hope to overthrow the American government and replace it with a freely elected democracy.
Yeah.
I think that'd be best.
Just a pipe dream, I imagine, though, Bill.
Excuse me?
You have been excused.
Inlet, so all those particles are sucked against the filter, and then sometime during the week you can come by with a vacuum cleaner and you can clean all those things up.
Take a picture of me standing on the moon.
Oh, that ain't really the moon?
We don't have to tell anybody.
Oh.
So tell me, Neil, is the Earth flat?
It's funded by a certain group of people, but the point of this...
Announcement. This is Tom Petty, and you're watching the Countdown Revolution.
How do we know the Earth is not flat?
We don't. It's flat.
If you watch animation.
The more you look like a samurai, the better your chances of survival.
Billions of them. Millions, or billions, billions.
Space station. There's no footage. It just appeared. Because there's not a spacecraft. There's no footage of the construction of the International Space Station.
Are you sure about that?
100%. There's no footage of the construction. They would have filmed that shit.
I've known people that worked on the space station. I've known astronauts. They're real people, man. They were there.
No, they are real people. I didn't say they weren't real people.
So you don't think it's really constructed, or you would like to see the footage first?
Well, listen. If there's a debate. Let me finish, too. There's a debate out there whether you believe we went to the moon or not. Everyone needs to acknowledge it. There's a debate. There's people that
What about the laser?
Hold on. There's people that believe we went to the moon, and there's people who believe that we faked it. You have to understand both reasons.
People have a right to say it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So when you talk about the people that don't believe we went to the moon, when they also say they're faking other space shit too, you have to kind of understand where they're coming from.
I think the world was flat.
Facts, the truth.
Sorry.
My message to unvaccinated Americans is this. What more is there to wait for?
The jump about.
Did he just say quit jumping on my balls? Yeah. Quit jumping on my balls.
Maybe it's because my gym routine suffered a little bit prior to launch, just because we were so busy. Actually, now that I've been here on station for about 45 days, I've had the opportunity every day. They protect time for me to go to the gym and work out, lift and cardio, and so or strength training and cardio. So I have no complaints, and I really enjoy exercising in microgravity. It's great.
Victor has a good workout ethic. After all, he's a bit of a gym junkie by the looks of him. And we all know that gym junkies love to work out, and I'm sure Victor has been giving the exercise machines a bit of a flogging.
The world was flat. Think the world was flat?
There are a group of people that absolutely and honestly believe the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat.
shouldn't say thank you. You're welcome, by the way.
I joined because the Earth should be flat, not round.
Guarantee. Cajun Spice Ruffles brand potato chips.
Earth is flat, flat, flat.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI. Yeah. It's, I mean, I have tremendous confidence. So